Hello everyone, this screencast is designed to walk you through the steps of completing the final exam. The final exam is made up of 4 different parts that align with the 4 different units that we worked on up until we worked on Islam, because Islam is the most recent unit. That is not included on the final exam. So part 1 is the first unit on Paleolithic to Neolithic, and you'll recall when we were working in that unit, we were working on primary and secondary sources. Where are you going to find primary and secondary sources, you ask, in order to link them? Here's a quick overview of how to link a document. You cover up the word link or highlight it, hit insert link. You're going to have something here, and when you get to your link, your site, you're going to highlight the URL and paste it right in there, and then you will have your link done. Where are they, you ask? Well, if you go to either block, it doesn't really matter. Go to Classwork and Unit 1, you're going to see something called Shared Sources. That document of shared sources, this is Block 1's, but Block 5 has one as well. So you are going to just borrow links that your classmates put in, or maybe revisit links that you put in, and then analyze them, looking at who created them, 2 to 3 details about the link. What was the purpose of the link? What's the main idea? Again, primary source for one, secondary source for the other. Part 2, on River Valley Civilizations, we worked on eras and themes in world history. So here you're simply going to define each of these terms: an era, a theme, a turning point, an event, a consequence, and people in history. Simply putting definitions for what these terms mean. And then in the other column, you're going to provide examples. For instance, because we are talking about River Valley Civilizations, if you open up this link, you have to look and see, where do the River Valley Civilizations fall among the various eras? And we know that they couldn't have occurred after 600, because that's something else that was going on. So it has to be one of these two. That would be the era that you would put here as your example. For themes, it's a little bit more open, because you can decide, looking at these 6 themes, which one makes the most sense to you. Choose one, and then you're simply going to put it here as an example of a theme, and maybe with a little description as to why that theme applies to the history of River Valley Civilizations. For classic civilizations, you're going to compare. We did a formative that looks very much like this, comparing Greece and Rome. You now have the option of doing Greece, Rome, the Mauryans, or the Han Chinese, and doing the exact same thing. Again, where will you find information about these various civilizations, classic civilizations? Go to Classic Civilizations here, and here you have various links or assignments: the Mauryans and Gupta, Han Dynasty, Ancient Greece and Rome. But then there's also one here that's kind of universal. If you open this up, you will see that there are contributions of both the Greek and the Roman and the Mauryan and the Han Chinese. So there's lists of all sorts of contributions and various sites that mention the contributions as well. After you list the 5 contributions of the 2 civilizations that you choose, because again, this says Civilization A, so you're simply going to type in a civilization, whichever one you choose, and then you're going to list your contributions. Civilization B would be a different civilization, so you would type in something else, whatever you decided. I'm just providing an example here. And remember, afterward, you're going to look at the contributions, and you are going to make a decision as a historian. Here's why this civilization is greater than this civilization, and then provide your 3 reasons. The last part on the Middle Ages is talking about economic systems and development. So you want to define these terms. What do we mean by economic system? What do we mean by economic development? Then you want to provide 2 examples of what we mean by an economic system, and then you're going to apply. Again, you're going to pick a region. When we did the Middle Ages, we talked about the economies of Africa, China, India, and Europe. You are simply going to type in whichever one you choose. I'm just providing that as an example. And then you're going to give 2 examples of how how the economic system worked in that region, and then how the economy developed, meaning like how did the economy benefit some people, but maybe not benefit other people within that economy and within that region. Where are you going to find information about that? Well, go to Unit 4 on the Middle Ages, and we have, the economy of medieval India, economic growth in China, the medieval African economy, and the economy in Middle Ages Europe. So, and this is a great source for to help you, called Economic System Overview. It talks about what an economic system is, and also provides you some of the types of systems. So that will help you to remember and fill in this important information on the last section of the final. I hope this helps. For those of you who may not show up for the final, feel free to reach out to me, email me, find me in school when you're in school, and hopefully this screencast will help. Good luck and take care.